Hey guys, Eric Sue here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Goality Fitness Radio. Today I'm going to be talking about the 4 workout tips for weight loss. So if you're looking to lose weight, then stay tuned.
So the question of the day is, how do normal, hardworking people who try their best without personal trainers and chefs to live fit and healthy, how do we conquer our health and fitness goals, enjoy the journey, and do it without overwhelm, confusion, or frustration? That's the life-changing question this podcast will answer. My name is Eric Sue, and welcome to Goality Fitness Radio. Okay guys, before diving into this episode, I am so excited to announce 2 new high-intensity interval training workouts for you from me. After getting questions about how to get rid of body fat, I went to work and put together these workouts to target unsightly body fat. It's called Eliminate Stubborn Body Fat, 2 superior workouts targeting unsightly body fat. Imagine how you will look and feel when you get rid of this stubborn body fat. Now, what's included is an explanation overview and workout charts so you can execute these workouts once you download it. To get your free copy immediately into your inbox, visit www.goality.com/bodyfat. Okay, grab it right after this episode because you'll want to stay and hear what's in this episode. Hey guys, before we get to today's episode, have you heard of Goality Life, the first ever online membership from Goality? If you have been struggling to start a program or stay on a program, this membership is for you. There is no better place to begin your health journey than Goality Life. You'll be surrounded by experts and a community that can give you inspiration when you need it most. Again, it's called Goality Life, and you can visit www.goalitylife.com to learn more about it and sign up there too. Now on to today's episode.
Alright you guys, so if you're new to the channel, welcome, and remember to like and subscribe so that you can get future episodes like this, and hit the notification button as well. Alright, so let's dive right into it, and I know that these are going to help you out. I have many clients who I've been helping over the last many years, and every one of these has helped them lose weight. So let's get to it. So number 1, breathe properly. I can't tell you how many times I've asked people how to breathe, and they keep telling me that they don't know how to breathe. And there's a rhythm, there is a reason, and so let's remember to breathe. And so the main way to breathe for exercise, for the most part, is exhale on exertion. I teach it all the time. And so an example will be if you are doing a bicep curl on the movement on the way up, okay? When you are raising the dumbbell from the down position and bending your elbow, if you can imagine that, the contraction happens on the bicep when the elbow bends, or in other words, when the dumbbell is raised. That is the exertion phase of the exercise, and so you want to exhale when you raise the dumbbell. Now, is it always when you raise the dumbbell? No. Sometimes when you pull something down, like a back row, imagine a resistance above my head and you're pulling it down, that is a downward motion. But regardless, that is when that muscle contracts and you bend, or I should say when you pull that weight down, well, that's when you should exhale. Exhale on exertion is the key phrase. And so I never really try to teach it where it's up you exhale or it's down you exhale. It could be either way. And so if you can remember the phrase exhale and exertion, you will get this right, the breathing right. Now, what's the importance of breathing right? Blood flow, like I said, is one of the big reasons. And the other is that you just will feel more comfortable, okay? And there was a study too I want to go into just real briefly that I mentioned to people as well, where there were 2 people on a treadmill, and I might even put the study down here if you want, but there were 2 people and they were on treadmills, and they were both walking on the treadmill. One of them was asked to breathe more, and the other one was just to do normal breathing. What happened was that at the end of the session, the person who actually breathed more actually burn more calories. Okay, so imagine you're working out and you're breathing better and more. You definitely can burn more calories towards your weight loss. And so breathing properly is so key. Okay, it's time to stop saying that you don't know how to breathe, or you can't breathe, or you're a poor breather, and all that negativity. Practice it and work with it, and the result will be that you can burn more calories and lose weight. Okay, so breathe properly. So the second tip is called lift heavy but less. Okay, there's so many times that I work with people, and mostly females, and they're afraid to lift heavy. Okay, now heavy is relative, and in general heavy is more than you're used to. Okay, we are not going to try to build a body to become a bodybuilder, and so those are extreme weights. But heavier would mean maybe from a 5-pound to a 10-pound, possibly even a 12-pound dumbbell, for example, depending on the exercise. And so if you're always thinking that the heavier the weight you choose, the more bulky you will become, well, you're probably missing out on a lot of benefits from lifting heavy. Well, I'm certain that you are. So what are the reasons for lifting heavy? You will recruit more muscle fibers, which is always good because you want more muscle activation. Therefore, the muscles can help you burn calories while in rest. Okay, it's called lean muscle mass, and the more you have of that, the better you'll be. Okay, metabolically. And so it's really a key thing to recruit more muscle fibers, and the only way to do that is to lift heavier. Okay, not extreme weights, but just heavier. And by doing so, like I said, you recruit more muscle fibers, and because you have more muscle fibers, biologically you'll be more metabolically active. Okay, that is really the key. If you're not sure about how to lift heavier or progress, or things like that, work with someone who's a professional fitness trainer, someone who knows what they're doing, so that you're safe. Okay, but lifting heavier and doing it less is going to be a major piece in your weight loss journey. Okay, I have not met one fitness trainer who has not suggested that to anyone, and so there's a lot of people who agree with me, I would say, on the lift heavier. Now, be smart with it. Don't go crazy, like I said, and lift heavy extreme weights. That's not the point. Okay, and so lift heavier but less. All right, so let's get to tip number 3. And tip number 3 is about working multiple angles. Okay, when I started training early on, this was early 2000s, I got my experience by working at a Bally's, a big box gym, and there were a lot of machines, and that's the safe route for trainers, to just teach people how to work the machines and move the weights that are on the machines. And for some time that was good, I'd say, for people who are beginners. However, in the big picture of things, in the long run, the multiple angles that free weights allow a person to move in is amazing. Why? Because if you were to do a machine, let's just say a chest press machine that just goes forward and back, right? And you're sitting and doing that, just like I was doing in this example here. Wouldn't you think that your muscles would get used to that? Some people will call this plateauing, and not that you won't improve your muscle tone, in that you wouldn't get stronger. Yes, you will. However, you are doing a single movement in a single plane, this one right here, over and over again. So it would only make sense that a person can only go so far with it. Okay, and so your muscles will get used to it. So when they get used to it, you might hit a plateau. And so multiple angles would be, okay, instead of going straight, you might go in upward motion a little bit. And so there are all the exercises for the chest as well that you could integrate into your workout routine. But multiple angles on doing a certain exercise is so important for the fact that you're going to reduce plateaus, you're going to recruit more muscle fibers, and you will increase your lean muscle mass. And that's what we're looking for, right? So multiple angles is going to help you get there. You know, there's always more than one way to do an exercise for a muscle group, and so a variety might be kind of like a 3.1 type of thing. So different exercises might be thrown into this multiple angle thing, and so doing different exercises. So that's really important. And then I think you get the idea behind this approach. So let's just jump right into tip number 4, and that is called intervals with intensity. And so you've probably heard of the word intervals, and I can remember the first time that I was introduced to intervals. This was early 2000 again, and the idea of the interval was to do something right after the first activity, and it could be something like a cardio, or it could be a different strength exercise. But I talk about this in my master class, which is there are 3 basic activities or categories people work on when they exercise. And number 1 is cardio, number 2 is strength, and number 3 is core, right? And now intervaling basically is, like I said, going from one exercise to the next. And so if you were to do a 2 exercise interval, that could be a cardio and could be a strength exercise. So it'd be a cardio strength interval. Now, where people sometimes make the small mistake is that there's no intensity with what they're doing, with the interval, that is. Okay? They're just going from one exercise to the next. And so we want to avoid missing out on the effect of the effort or the intensity you do something and miss out on that. So there's more to this whole idea of intervals, because there's timing intervals, there's duration intervals, there's agility intervals. There's a lot of intervals that you could create. There's 3 exercise intervals. So I just want to give you the simple idea behind intervals and the benefits of doing it. And how you do it is really important, right? And so the effect that you have on your body if you do it with proper intensity would be increased metabolic rate that your body is experiencing. You probably will feel EPOC as well, and you may have heard of that term, excess post-oxygen consumption, which is a great state to put your body in to burn extra calories. And all these tips, by the way, are designed to help you burn more calories, which is weight loss, right? And so it's another topic, which is how does body fat leave your body too? And there's many videos on YouTube that talk about how mathematically how your body releases body fat or fat from your body. And I don't want to spend too much time on that, but the idea here is that intervals with intensity is a very important thing to remember, so that not only are you getting the effects of the interval, but you're actually burning calories along the way. Okay, and so my masterclass, which I alluded to earlier, is there's a 3-part video series that you can get access to for free if you want some more details on some of these topics that I just talked about. I'll put the link in the description so that you can grab that 3-day masterclass so that you can learn more about what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I talked about today was the 4 workout tips for weight loss, and this is going to be applied for both men and women. And so they were the breathe properly, number 1, number 2, lift heavy but less, number 3 is multiple angles, and number 4 intensity, and number 4 intervals with intensity. It's really key that we do all 4 of these things when we work out, and I'm sure you guys will start losing weight, losing fat, losing body fat, and seeing the results that you want. Okay, go ahead and like and subscribe if you like this video. Hit the notification button so that you can get notified when new videos come out, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Share this with your friends if you think it is of value as well, and I look forward to talking to you in the future. Until then, stay active and be safe.
Bam! Hey, thanks for listening to my podcast. Are you overwhelmed and frustrated with your fitness journey? If you are, I get it. There's so much information out there and it can be confusing. It's a terrible feeling, and I want to fix it for you right now. Yep, it starts with my educational library containing my best trainings. The best part is that it's free to join. You get my training secrets, special workshops, and cooking recipe books. Valued over $2,000 at this time, with ongoing updates in the future, there is no other time to join than now. Visit www.goality.com/raw to sign up today. You'll be glad you did. Hey, remember to subscribe and leave feedback for me. Did you know you can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Eric W. Sue Trainer? I have unique content there, and it would be cool to connect with you there. Finally, share or tag this episode with your friends. Sharing is caring. Okay, catch you on the next episode.